hey, this came up again today, and I'm going to give you a story as to why most security companies have to lie to you. And this came up again today. It's omission. It's omission on purpose. I just don't tell you the truth. But I don't think your salespeople really know the difference. And so what I'm going to try to do is bring this home for you, and why there really is a difference in security companies and what they put in your vehicle, what they put in your home, your vehicle, your home. Let's use a vehicle as an example. So a friend of mine goes to buy a truck. And this is a true story, by the way. So a friend of mine goes to buy a truck. He was out in Texas, and it was a big Ford diesel, and it just looked great. Like, outside was immaculate, inside looked really clean. He's thinking, man, this is a really nice Ford F-250 truck. And he opens up the hood, and inside the hood is something a little different, kind of like these security peripherals. Underneath the hood is something a little bit different. So I'm going to show you what's in here. I'll tell you in a minute what was underneath the hood. But so I'm going to explain to you the difference of some things that really are, I think, purposeful omission by these security companies. And to be very frank with you, when your Vivint rep comes to your door, or when you talk with an ADT salesperson, or when you talk with someone who's been trained by a company, their willful omission is willful because they have not been told anything better. They haven't been given the right facts to be able to present what they're sharing with you in the most honest light. So these are both door sensors, okay? Door window sensor. You can put these on a door or a window. That is a door or a window sensor. That was formerly made by a company called Interlogics. That was formerly GE Security. GE Security Interlogics put out of the United States, and so EchoLink is now the new product line. I still think there's something fishy about how that happened, but I tend to be a little on the suspicious side anyway. This is a door window sensor made by a company called Qualsys. These actually, if you look at them like side by side, this one's a little bigger. If you look at them, this one's just a little bit bigger form factor. They look very similar. Quite honestly, this one looks like it is a nicer door sensor. I think it's a little smoother. It's a little lower profile. It fits easier against the door. You can get them out of cracks easier. If you can see this, we'll zoom in on a minute. This one truly is easier to install and easier to use, and it's even easier to take the battery out. Now, is that a pro or a con? You should take the battery out. This is a Qualsys sensor. It's a QS1135, QS1135, QS1137s are the most popular ones probably. This is a little deeper if you look at them side by side. It's a little harder to install sometimes because doors often, there's only so much clearing, so when you put them in, it's a little more of a pain in the butt to install. This one's a little hard to get open. You got to press this tab in, and you got to push on the sides and pull it apart. I'm not going to pull it apart. This one, literally the bottom just slides like this. Boom. I mean, this one's super easy. It's like double stupid easy, right? I just slid it, slide it back into place. It clips in. What is different is what's underneath the hood. So let me tell you what my friend ran into in this truck he went to go see. And that'll explain this and explain why a lot of these sales reps from these companies lie. So my friend goes, pulls up the hood of the truck, looks underneath it, and he's like, man, that just is really weird looking. Like, that doesn't look right. And it was a very small diesel engine. So, and he immediately recognized what it was. So he asked for the key. He had to start it up. He had to see, like, this. And now listen, this is back in the day when people used to use things like Thrifty Nickel, and they didn't use Facebook Marketplace. They didn't use the online stuff like cars.com to buy things. This is when it was the Thrifty Nickel age, the newspaper, classifieds. And so he gets the key, starts at the vehicle, and it's clack, 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 clack. It was a very strange sounding diesel engine, but it was obviously a diesel engine. What this guy had done who was selling the truck, and he didn't disclose this, right? The truck, he didn't disclose it. Underneath the hood, he had put a diesel engine out of a tractor into this truck. The truck looked great. The engine apparently had blown up. And so the guy somehow changed out what was in there to a, single wire fully mechanical diesel engine. It ran fine. That's not what my friend wanted. But he was amazed that this guy had retrofit diesel engine from tractor into the truck. Kind of what you're looking at here. I want to share with you what the standards of these are and what the standards of these are. This is what we offer to all of our customers. This is what we recommend to anybody looking for a security system, is something like this. Now, this one's 319.5 megahertz. The megahertz really don't matter to me, but the technology, the encryption technology in this is what's important. This piece of crap right here, this sheets of pit right here, is what is commonly sold by, I believe, by companies like Vivint, Simplisafe, your door-to-door knockers that are trying to save a little money. This right here, if I buy one at a time from a distributor, this right here costs me $11, okay? If I buy these one at a time from a distributor, I think they cost me $18, I think. So $7 difference. You buy these in bulk anywhere, you can, I mean, when I'm saying bulk, I'm talking about like thousands of these at a time. You can get them for, well, probably by today's market, probably about $5 a piece, okay? You buy these in bulk right here, you can probably get them down to $12 a piece. So twice the money than this. What's underneath these, what's inside of these is amazingly different. And this is why if somebody comes and knocks on your door and they're trying to get you to buy a security system, you know, I have never heard of it be a good experience. I do have people who get online and occasionally will criticize the videos that I put out and say things like, oh, I've had my system for 4 years and it's wonderful, it's absolutely awesome. But then you go look at the Better Business Bureau ratings of these companies that they're touting, and you almost think that it has to be somebody from the company who's coming in trying to do damage control. Just go to the Better Business Bureau, look at the company that's knocking on your door, see what kind of lawsuits they have against them, see what kind of complaints they have, and then make up your own mind. Like, go find something that is worthwhile having in your house. So the technology in these. This looks great. It is the Radio Shack standards of the 1980s. How things get UL listed or approved to be a security component is there certain standards that they have to meet. Used to be that Vivint and Simplisafe met the Radio Shack securities and standards of the 1980s. Listen, guys, that's 40 years ago. That's 40 plus years ago, standards in this. This is a new standard. These S-line encrypted, military-grade encrypted door window sensors have been out now for about, I'm going to guess, 3 years. It's a newer technology. The technology is a wireless technology that switches. Any kid who's, you know, fairly savvy on Amazon or eBay can go out and buy one of the, you know, a sniffer to be able to read your RF signal off this, capture your RF signal, duplicate it, and basically bypass or screw up your security system inside your home or business. Remember, in bulk, this is a $5 item. This costs twice as much. Now you think, well, that's not a big deal, right? We're only talking about $5 to $10, $5 to $12, not a big difference. When you talk about millions of these throughout the U.S. in quantities, it's a big deal. But the bigger deal is what's underneath the hood. What is inside the components that you're buying? So if you are going to be led to buy from somebody who's knocking on your door and asking you about getting a security system, I really want to encourage you. I want to encourage you, don't. But ask them, hey, here's the questions you can ask. What are the standards of your sensors? And it's not just these, right? So there's a lot of sensors inside of a home or business. You're talking motion sensors, which can have the same or different standards. You're talking glass breaks, which can have the same or different standards. You're talking window, door and window sensors, same or different standards. All of the way these peripherals, these edge devices, these, you know, security sensors communicate back to the panel is so important. It is the difference. I don't want to sound like I'm blowing things out of proportion, but it is truly the difference for some people between life and death. If you watched our channel, if you've seen other videos, you know that not only have I been doing this almost 21 years, but I've had people get killed in their homes because they didn't set a security system. They didn't use a security system. We just had an incident this week down in South Florida with a rather large commercial business. that did not take the opportunity to use what they were given in their security system, and they had a major loss because they didn't use it. Now, listen, the people are okay, the people are fine, but they lost a lot of assets. It's an automobile. It's a car lot. It's a large car lot. So look, ask the question. If you're going to use another company, you don't want to use us, that's fine. But ask the question: is it secure and encrypted? And not is it encrypted from the monitoring station back to the panel and the panel back to the monitoring station, but are the edge devices, are the sensors all encrypted so that some kid can't go buy a device off Amazon or eBay and sniff your signal, get your digital code, so to speak, and break into your house or break into your business? It's a big deal. What's under the hood of the vehicle? It's such a big deal. If you have any questions, please ask. Like and subscribe, please. We love questions. I love questions. I try to answer once every 2 weeks. I'll sit down for a couple hours and answer questions. I really do want to do it more often. However, we're installing systems. We just finished this week installing one in Colorado Springs, last week in California. We do them for country music stars. We do them for high profile people. I've done them for one of our current governors. We know what we're talking about, and if I can help you, even if it's not us, you buy from someone else, it's fine. I'd rather you buy from us. But let us help you. Ask a question about a system. Do not immediately feel pressured by somebody knocking on the door to pay them money right there. So we'll give you a $100 discount today or $500 discount today, or we'll drop your contract from 5 years to 3 years. Don't ever do a contract. Never do a contract. But if they're trying to give you those types of sales pitches, just be immediately leery. You do not need to have a contract, and you do not need to take a sales pitch on somebody that can't come back in 2 or 3 days and talk with you about it. If somebody's walking around your neighborhood and they're trying to sell you something right then and they need you to sign right then, definitely do not do the deal. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, again, ask. But please, it'll help the analytics. Ask a question, like, and subscribe. We do appreciate that. Have a great night.